Very much. Your turn to voice your opinion is now coming up. Let's turn it over to Russell Rhodes. He's on location today. Russell?
In Clearwater, and the homeless has never had a better friend than the HEP. That is the Homeless Emergency Project. That's where we are today. That's what we are about. The history of this place, how the place has grown, and the next project they have under their way with a unique segment of the homeless population, and that would be homeless veterans. It's a problem, and it's going to become an even bigger one, and that's what we are talking about today. Questions, comments, send them to Your Turn at WTVT.com, and if you want more information about anything you've seen on Fox 13 today, go to myfoxtampabay.com. Hey everybody, welcome. This is the gold standard. They set the bar for caring for the Homeless Emergency Project here in Clearwater. And that's where we are, and we're talking about their success, how they got here, all the work that's gone into making this place so great, and also some of the goals they have set for themselves. And it's a pretty amazing goal that they've set to end homelessness is what it is. With us today, HEP President and CEO Barb Green, an old friend.
Russell.
Good to see you. How are you?
Good to see you again.
And we also have Board Chairman Bruce Fyfe. Hey, Bruce.
Hi, Russell. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much. We're going to get to all the history in a minute and everything that's happened, but I want to talk to you about the new goal, the plans, and that's for a $2.7 million facility to house veterans of Afghanistan and Iraqi wars.
HEP has been housing veterans since our inception, and we currently have over 100 veterans living in the program today. But what we have seen over the last couple of years and what we expect to see is a influx of veterans specifically from the Iraq and Afghanistan wars. These are a different generation with different experiences, younger, we believe need perhaps slightly tailored facilities in conjunction with the VA. And so what we hope to do is break ground in a couple of months on a brand new facility for single vets, as well as a second facility for veterans and families. 3 million young men and women have served overseas. 20% most likely will suffer from some form of post-traumatic stress disorder, and they need help.
And we could also talk about the fact that a lot of these men and women are coming home to a really bad economy, and there are not necessarily going to be jobs here waiting for them. I mean, as much as we want to take care of them, and we have to, and we will, but they're not necessarily going to be jobs there.
Not necessarily, and to repatriate people, in 20 hours they go from a combat situation to being on the shores of the United States. That is a tremendous stress, a tremendous stressor. And for many of these young men and women, they need time, they need support, they need counseling, they need a safe place where they can begin to get their legs back out from under them. 30 years ago, our Vietnam vets came home, and as a country, we didn't welcome them very well, and we didn't provide the support that they needed, and as a consequence, our shelter is full. 30 years from now, our goal is to say our shelter's empty because we're doing the right thing for veterans and doing the right things for these kids.
It's good you've got him.
Yes. He's a keeper.
I think so. You know, you and I were talking a little while ago. You and the preacher started in the 60s with Everybody's Tabernacle, and I mean, that was your first, you were taking in and helping the homeless back then, right?
We were. We ran the shelter under the church for 20 years. And then in 1986, we incorporated HEP, and that's what it is today, a Homeless Emergency Project.
I am, and you pointed out to me, and I'm embarrassed to admit that I've not been over here to see you in a while.
Yes.
And let's see, you were telling me that was the trailer, that beautiful building sitting over there. There was a trailer there the last time I was here.
We were in a two-bedroom trailer. That was our office.
That wasn't that long ago.
No, and at that time we had, I think, about maybe 10 employees. Today we have 50 employees.
And medical care?
Yes, Morton Plan is here, and also Bay Care with staff, at least 12 members.
And you have men, you have women, you have children, you have families here together in whatever situation that's caused them to be here, right?
Well, we reach out to all the homeless, and that includes everything from family, individuals with children, and so forth. We have learning centers. We have a lot of support services that go along with that to help work with the clients that we have here.
First, let me ask you a question. A lot of communities right now are having an issue with their homeless population. How to handle them, and it's growing. We know the economy has not helped the situation at all. Is there a secret? Is there a way to accomplish what you all have accomplished here?
Yeah, yes, there is, and it's not a secret. I think the sad thing is the secret is the homeless population that everyone is struggling with is a very small segment. It's the people under the bridges and the people that are soliciting for money. The real truth is we have about 8,000 homeless people in Pinellas County. 40% of them are women. 20% of them are children, 20% are veterans. What you need to do to solve the problem is to have the services in place to identify and then treat the reason that people are homeless, whether that is alcoholism, drug addiction, loss of a job, mental illness, physical illness, unforeseen circumstances. We have a program here that's based on 3 things. Emergency shelter, 30 days, identify the issues, set up a treatment plan. Transitional housing that can last up to 3 or 4 years, depending on facts and circumstances, to give people time to solve the issues that have caused the problems in their lives. And then permanent supportive housing for those people who can never, ever quite make it on their own again. If you have the full continuum of care, Russell, you can solve the homeless problem in America.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, first of all, thank you both. You're great. When we come back, there is a homeless veteran who is living here right now. We're going to visit with him and talk about how he ended up being here at the Homeless Emergency Project. Stay with us. Hey, welcome back to Your Turn today at the Homeless Emergency Project, HEP, if you're hip to the lingo. We're over here in Clearwater and the remarkable work that they do here with the homeless and helping them, sheltering them, getting them back on their feet and helping them find jobs and getting them on their way, which is certainly the goal that you would hope any shelter would be doing. This is Erwin Burns, one of those who in transitional housing here. Good to see you, sir.
Nice to meet you,
How
sir.
are you? As we look around here, if you're in, this is not a bad place to be in transitional housing, isn't it? It's beautiful. This is one of the apartments facility rooms here.
Not at all, sir.
Yeah.
It's been great.
You are, and I told you this when we talked a little while ago, if I met you somewhere, and I'm sorry about my preconceived notions, but if I met you somewhere, I would say, it's not homeless.
Yes, sir.
But you were for a time.
Yes, sir.
What happened?
First,
Let's tell everybody about how many conflicts, how many things you've been a part of.
I was the HMX Presidential Guard for approximately 2 years with the United States Marine Corps. I served in the United States Marine Corps for 12 years. I was laterally transferred from that position over to the Fort Observer for the snipers and for the bomb drops, the laser bombs in Afghanistan, Panama, just a plethora of different places. Colombia, I fought in the drug wars with them. I was all over the place.
You ended up here.
Yes, sir.
You had a job.
Yes, sir.
You were laid off.
Yes, sir.
And then you had nowhere to go.
I had nowhere to go. I spent actually 2 days in Coachman Park homeless.
Wow.
And that's the situation that happened to me.
How did you find out about this place?
The police officer that I ran into knew that I was a unique situation. He had never seen anybody like me before, homeless before, so he directed me here. They actually brought me here, introduced me to the staff. The staff took me in immediately that night, and it's been a continual uproar ever since then. It's just, life has been great.
And how long ago has that been?
It's been approximately 9 months now.
Wow. And in this journey of I'm going to say getting back on your feet and getting going again,
Yes, sir.
where are you? I mean, what's the process? When are you going to, where are you in all of that?
Right now, what I'm doing is I'm putting in applications. I put in probably over 200 resumes with different companies trying to get back into the field I was in. I've even put resumes in to try to take jobs that are much lower than what I was making working for Ford and General Motors. I've tried just about everything, but however, fortunately, I've just had an interview here about 6 weeks ago with the Veterans Administration as a program analyst to be one of them.
If you were to get hired right now at what you do, what is it?
I'm a consultant.
Okay.
I show people how to make things run a lot more efficiently, how to be productive so far as making money, but yet making sure everybody's fair. That you're winning, they're winning, this person's winning, everybody wins.
Anybody out there looking for a consultant, call me later. I got a good one for you. We've got one for you. Let me ask you about this place.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I assume you'd never been in a situation like this in your life before. Never. But finding a place like this, being brought here, what's that been like for you?
In an uncertain word, it's been a godsend to me. I don't know what I would be doing. I don't know where I'd be at right now if it wasn't for HEP. They brought me in, provided me with clothing, a bed, showers, you know, and just food, you know, just all kind of great food. And I don't mean just any kind of food. I mean really good food. I go to church now. I'm back into church again. So it's really helped to rebuild my self-esteem after being knocked down from the things that I've been through in my life.
You watch the news. You've been seeing all the stories about homelessness and cities not being able to accommodate them, and what the problems that are resulting because of it.
Yes, sir.
From your perspective, and you watch these stories, what do you think?
Well, I was one of the guys prior to going through what I went through who had the nice car, who wore the suits going to work, and I would see these homeless guys in the streets, and I would often wonder, why can't they go out and find a job? Why can't they go out and do something for themselves? Because of what I've been through in my life, now I have a different perspective on that. I have a different kind of understanding that sometimes things happen in life that you have no control over. And there aren't enough of these places out there to take control and to help these people get back up on their feet. So they become despair, they give up hope, and they just remain on the street and get themselves in trouble.
Do you believe that when this is all over for you and you have a job and you're no longer living, that you're forever changed?
Forever, sir. Forever. Forever. I will still be coming here to be an active member in the church. I will still be doing volunteer work in the kitchen, you know, and I'll still be coming by to see everybody, making sure everybody's okay, and just be an encouragement to those that are out there and trying to make something happen for their lives, to show you that you can make it in life if you continue to try, and you continue to seek the support of people like Ms. Green, Bruce Fyfe, and this organization here.
You mentioned Bruce and Barbara. We were talking about what they're going to be doing for veterans coming home from Iraq and Afghanistan. We have a lot of them coming home.
Yes, sir.
A lot of them who are going to be homeless.
Yes, sir.
And in some tough situations. We need to take care of these kids, don't we?
Yes, sir. We do. You're going to have that because they're going to be coming back here with SCMI, which is severe chronic mental illness. They're going to be coming back with PTSD. They're going to be suffering from all these different traumatic brain injuries, physical injuries. So you're going to be, the VA and places like this are going to be inundated with a lot of these vets coming back home. And then you have to also factor in what the economy has done to vets like me that have caused us to lose our jobs. We have no place to go. We have nowhere to be with. So you're getting a mix of this homelessness stuff now. And like I told you earlier, I'm the new face of homelessness. Thank you, sir.
We know you won't be long now.
No, sir.
Thank you.
You're
so
very
nice to meet you.
Yes, sir.
Barb, Bruce, thank you both very much. Thanks to the Homeless Emergency Project for letting us be here today. You feel differently about the homeless after you've been here. They take very good care of their folks here. Tomorrow on Your Turn, Alzheimer's disease. A town hall meeting coming up for World Alzheimer's Day. It's going to be a political issue even in the upcoming elections. Now, a final check of the forecast and the day's top.